Marvel gear? Check the link in the description and use code DOOM for awesome discounts. From 20 to 60% off, use code DOOM for the coolest Marvel apparel from hoodies to sweats.
I don't wanna see us going on and off again.
What's poppin', people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Welcome to Excelsior Now Podcast, where we take your favorite guest and get to know the person behind the keyboard. So grab your popcorn, get those fiery trash emojis ready, and enjoy the show. This is your Doom Squad brand ambassador, Spring, and you know the motto: let the good times roll.
Excelsior Now Podcast.
Hey, go! Hey, What's shaking, people? It's your boy DoomkillaHD back with another episode of Excelsior Now Podcast. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And you know what night it is. It's Sunday night. So that means I got the best co-host on a Sunday night rocking with your boy. Let's get it. What's up, Bloody Reckless? Say hello to the people.
Hey, yo, what's up, chat? What's up, everybody? Oh, man, we're back with another one. Back with another one. Oh, boy.
Bro, you ready for this one, dude?
Man, let's tear it up. We got an interesting person. We got an interesting person tonight, bro.
Oh, yeah, we got the dude. We got the man. We got the literal star of the Tournament of Power, man. Mr. Kate Bishop. I know there's Katie Reckless fans out there. We know this, and this is no disrespect to Katie Reckless. But, man, we got FateWalker in the building, people. Yo! How are you, Fate?
Great. How are you? Hi, guys. Sorry, I was watching on a different screen with the delay. Hi, everybody. I was just like, duh, what was going on? Hi. Oh, good. I'm glad we started this way. Good. Great.
This has got to
really
be the best
me.
intro ever. This has got to be the best intro. He's like, oh, that's me.
Oh, look, I'm on TV. Oh.
Welcome to the show, my dude.
Yes,
Welcome
thank
to
you
the
for
show,
having me.
Man. No, it's a pleasure to have you, man.
No, it's more of a pleasure being on. It's more of a pleasure being on.
Absolutely.
We've got a show for you guys in the crowd tonight. We are definitely keeping it wide open as always. And you know, we're gonna get this man two softball questions. Then we bringing out that cheddar popcorn, baby.
Oh.
Popcorn's in the chat. Y'all know how we do this. All right, Bloody Reckless. You ready to have a show?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Mr. FateWalker, it's the same question I ask every single person that sits in the hot seat, good sir. And that question is, who is FateWalker?
FateWalker is just a regular game. I stream as a hobby, and I'm just into gaming. Love gaming. Went to college because I thought I was going to go into gaming under the security side of things, and then didn't, and became a support engineer because that's, I guess, what you do with your degrees. And I'm a hobbyist, dabbler into streaming, and honestly, I mean, the whole reason I'm in support, I just like to help people. I enjoy helping people, and that's who FateWalker is. If you come into my chat, or talk to me and ask me for help, I like to troubleshoot. Sometimes I troubleshoot too much and I burn myself out on troubleshooting, but I enjoy troubleshooting. So I enjoy puzzles and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I am. I'm a troubleshooter kind of guy. I want to help people out. I want to make your experience with me better. whether you meet me in real life, meet me on stream, or just hang out with me in a game.
That's awesome.
I like
That is
it.
awesome.
I like it.
that. It's different. Everybody's answer is always so different as to who, they are as their internet persona or whatnot. You know what I mean? And yours was very interesting. I'm a helper. You know what I mean? I want to help you get to know me a little bit better. That's cool. Me and you had a lot of DM conversations. You know what I mean? And you've helped me a lot. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and I know you don't want this. I know you don't. We fussed and fussed about this. I know you don't want it. But the premise of the Fight Club, the rules that we have set in place. This guy right here, Mr. FateWalker, was a big part of how this is going to roll out. So thank you, sir. And every time we do a Fight Club, I'm going to say produced by FateWalker, because that's what it is.
So just to give you a hint on the major artifact thing, if you're still bringing that in,
we are.
That wasn't my idea. I passed that along after sitting in Discord with Alex and asking him about it.
He's talking to me about it.
Okay. Like, I want to make sure that he came up with that. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like,
it really is.
So just another thing, like, he thinks on that level of balancing games and stuff, which is, again, another reason why I've thrown full faith into him being our gear designer for the game. But that's we can have that conversation later if you want. But Alex
we're
Alex
definitely gonna talk about that. We're definitely Don't worry, Mr. FateWalker. I got you, good sir.
That's a hot commodity type question.
Cute little chaos kitty, could you do me a favor and put FateWalker's Twitch stream in the chat? There is people asking for it, and I accidentally forgot to put it in the description, which I will add after this video. I apologize about that. But could you add it to the stream, and I would greatly appreciate it if you could pin it for me, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Next question, still a softball. What kind of content can we find on your platform, which is Twitch, people? We'll have that in the chat shortly.
The content that I think I most shine at is stuff like Avengers, where it's a little bit of a little looter-esque. I love looters. I'm a huge fan of looters. Avengers I tend to be able to, because there's not a whole lot. So like Overwatch and stuff like that, shooters, sometimes I hyper focus and I stop talking to chat. And I try to start, once I realize that I'm doing that, I kind of take those games and put them to the side and play those off stream. So I try to cater games that I can have sort of a dual try to engage with you if you're coming in and asking questions, and not totally ignore you because I've gotten into the zone on shooters. But you'll see me dabble in a little bit of everything. I'm definitely variety, mainly Marvel Avengers, though in the last 3 weeks you haven't seen that right now because it's a live service game and we're in a lull, right? We're in that lull and there's not a whole lot for me to go back to. But when they release the new character, new content, you're going to see me there day one. That's what you're going to see a lot of. So if you have any of those kind of questions, especially lore, if you want to chat with me about some of these intelligence files, I love it. I flippin' love it.
We're going to have that convo. We're going to have to do a stream where we just talk about those files, because I have not read them and I know it's horrible that I have not.
You're looking for content. There's like 5 hours of audio files there, right? Like
really?
You can. I think my stream, when I went over all of them, I unlocked them all and finally unlocked them all. And I'm not counting War for Wakanda.
Right.
I had a 5-hour stream. I think Alien. I remember Alien being there, and I remember there are moments where there are certain things I cried on stream. Like I was like, I need a tissue. Because any of the Steve Rogers stuff, like Jeff Shine, he brings out that emotion in him, and you like. There's gonna be moments you're like, I can feel what Captain America's going through right now, to his letters to Penny, or Thor when Thor's trying to reach out to his dad. Like,
wow.
See, I didn't know none of that even happened in this game, dude. That's crazy.
Just if you want to grab a whole bunch of you guys, and do a podcast over it. And you guys could probably get a couple different podcasts out of it, or unless you want a really long one, you guys just sit down, listen to it, probably listen to each section, and then go over stuff they experienced in game and how it ties in, and maybe engage that way and start really diving into what this amazing writing team has done.
That sounds like something we should do, bloody.
I'd be there.
Something we should do.
I would love to. I would love to watch it. 100% would love to watch it.
Okay, that sounds like a plan to me. Like, I mean, what's it? I think it's Yardrats has been harping me about getting in. No, Slipshock. Slipshock has been literally like, bro, you gotta check those files out. If you haven't, you need to. And I always be like, yeah, I'm gonna check him out. Now you're giving me an idea to check him out on stream with the whole team. You know what I mean? So thanks, boss. I'm
trying to
help.
I'm working through the book right now. I'm working through the book, the novel, the pre-game novel. The comics I thought were really good. Makes me hate Monica even more. If you guys don't hate Monica as it is, listening to the intelligence files, reading this book, I'm already hating her in this book because you can see the emotional manipulation she does to Bruce. Like you can see it where she throws out that kind of, yeah, we're a couple, but kind of feeling out how it would be if she would just say, well, you're making it all up, because he's already in his head. There's more. There's so much depth. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
No, I hear you.
Let's
No,
go.
you're good. You're good. We talked in the pre-show. You're good. Don't trip.
Yeah.
All right, chat. It's time. Put them in there. It's popcorn time, people. It is popcorn time, and I got a really, really good popcorn question for you, good sir. But first, bloody, what are you snacking on today, good sir?
I got fat-free sour cream and onion potato chips.
Sounds good to me. I'm good with it. Mr. FateWalker, you ready for this question?
Hit me with it.
Being one of the most skilled Kate Bishop players in Marvel's Avengers, how did it feel to lose Secret Wars due to bugs?
I don't want to even assume. I'm never going to assume that we lost 2 bugs.
Y'all lost 2 bugs.
We may have made good time. At the end of the day, I think I did this with before we went live with Bob's team, whatever. I sat down. I was like, I'm just happy to be here. I don't care what place we get into. So when we ran into the bugs, I was like, guys, don't worry about it. Let's just keep having fun, keep playing the game, and at the end of the day, we'll remove the bug and then do our time there, and we'll see what kind of time we made there, right? I'm happy that we got there. I think I would have been just as happy whether or not I think Bob and Deaky were really like, we gotta win this. But I was like, I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for bringing me along. I'm glad you guys are holding my hand. Like, that's all that was. I'm a support character. We're just happy that you wanted to bring a support character into the game. I was happy there's a utility for it. I felt that was my win. The fact that we could use Kate and put her back on the map since she's released. Put her back on the map as a, if you bring Kate, we're gonna be rocking this pretty well. Whether or not you have the gear, like, because it's all ability. Like, it's just all of her skips are so amazing. You don't have to have the gear. Gear makes her better, but you don't look at her and go, oh, there's a Kate in our group. You're like, oh, there's a Kate. We get to skip the platforms. She can now decoy teleport, and we got more time on the nodes in the vibranium room. Oh, it's gonna be great. So that's my win. That's my win from it all. The fact that I was able to showcase that and people enjoyed watching that. Bugs or regardless, I am glad we had such a huge community out there playing it. And that's, again, another big win. I could have came in last place. I honestly, and I would have been still so excited to see how much the community came together to do it. And I'm, even with bugs, I'm happy, like super happy.
That's cool, bro.
And I'm down for, if I do it again, splitting up the teams and going on and kind of maybe trying to balance the team so it's a closer race all together. Though I think in the current iteration, if we were to keep the team the way it is, we would run into more bugs, because I think stability has become a huge problem across the globe. Because they're in the UK and I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see more and more bugs, which again, so let me talk about that too. We think the reason why you could one phase some of those things was because of our positioning, because Bob being the host, because the UK, because there's more UK players, we're the host. We think that because the host goes, okay, FateWalker's PC, we're moving to the next phase, and then it waits for FateWalker's PC to go, okay, let's move, right? Get that response, that handshake. Because it was waiting for that handshake, we got an extra 3 or 4 seconds of DPS on those phases than we should have.
God, that makes all the sense in the world. How that makes sense.
Because remember, it's a host. It's a host. You got a host that's telling all the other computers what they're supposed to be doing, or all the other systems what they're supposed to be doing. So, like, we also, I want to put that out there, that there's a little bit of an advantage for us having such a difference between locations too,
right?
Which I don't think we realized.
Y'all got hurt also because of that same reasoning though. Because when y'all went to hit the buttons, it didn't sync for y'all.
Yeah,
because
we have to figure out the timing, whether or not someone's a 3 or 2 second delay. Yeah, that was something else. But like figuring out 2 seconds on pressing a button versus having an extra 4 seconds DPS on a boss is totally different. Because throw Diggy's Widow at that boss for 4 more seconds, and that's another. That's why we one shot it. That's also why we
mill of damage per second.
when we did the world's first run, I think that's also why we one shot it when I was playing with Revealing in them the first time we went through the Claw raid, and we one shot the Zavari, the Zawavari mission. Yeah, and the devs literally commented, "Huh, you guys did that in one phase," and we're like, "Oh, there's more phases, right?" Yeah, I think that was because of how spread apart we were from the area, but.
That's crazy, yeah. Because we the Ultimates, we came in second place in that as far as that race is concerned, and we had every phase for everything because we're all so close in proximity. Even though like I'm West Coast and Lejeune is in the South, that's still not a complete different country and continent apart. You know what I mean? We're still in the same server base, pretty much. You know what I mean? So, wow. That's crazy.
I mean, I think if I had a system and me and you played together, you would see more phases like that because we're across the continent.
Yep. All right, next question is still in the popcorn territory.
Yep.
And I know you're a very positive guy, so I really want to hear your answer to this question. Do you think Avengers catering to the new players is a good thing?
Man. I actually I was looking over the patch notes again that were just released. I don't think it's a bad thing. If it's I don't know who made that decision, right? I know Brian and I know Alex and I know their decisions, and I have faith in the decision. If that decision came from either one of them, I'm okay with it, right? Because there's something else down the line they haven't told us about that's coming out. I'm hoping, because right now the game needs stability. You get stability in, and if that's if they're putting this out as a primer for the next stability release, that actually is going to be a huge win, because we're going to have new players coming back in, and they're going to have a better experience than we all had getting to 150, and then hopefully at some point 175. So I think it's a positive overall as a primer for something that's coming out later. As it is face value, it wasn't a good or bad for me. I didn't take it as either one. I'm excited to listen to Nick Fury, and try to catch up on him and get a little bit more, because you guys know I'm a lore person, so I need more lore. I honestly want more lore than I want content. If they said next patch we're gonna release 50 more intelligence files, I'll be like, win.
Let's go.
Right? Well, everyone's like, this is trash. I'm gonna be like, oh, this is super fire. They gave me more content. So you guys can say I'm a shield all you want. Give me more intelligence files. Give me more voice lines. Give it to me. I want the story.
Y'all hearing them right here. Fate Chiller right there, yo. Nah, seriously though, you mind if I interject on that a little bit?
Hit me with it.
I actually think it's a really, really good idea that they are catering to new players. I look at DCUO, when they did their overhaul and they went offline for a little bit and came back, there was so many more new players playing that game and understanding how to play the game just from them changing the, like pretty much what's going on with, Nick Fury coming back. They just, switched it up, had, the teller come and show the people, look, this is how you equip gear. This is what this gear does. This is where you take this specific gear and get higher gear. And this is how you make this gear go higher. It was needed for that game. And that game literally was like, I think 9 years old at the time that happened and exploded back. There was so many people streaming it. Lejeune was streaming it. What's his name? Slip was streaming it. There was so many different people streaming that game at the time because of that overhaul, and it brought so many people back in. So I actually think it's a very, very good thing that this is happening. Yes, it sucks for us day oneers and beta testers and things like that, you dig? But as far as the longevity of the game, this is a very, very good thing. That means they want something to happen beyond what's going on. If they're working on new players, that means future players.
They're thinking about the
future of the game. That's how I'm looking at it.
That's what we hope.
I mean, what other reason? I mean, to me, can you give me a reason?
A skin every week isn't future content,
No, it's not at all.
But it's a step. It's a great step.
But they need the skins to make the content, so buy a skin, bloody.
I don't think I
Clear track.
Right. I don't think the changes bring new players.
No.
Yeah. But it will
changes won't bring new players.
It'll help
when
they
new
bring
players,
new players.
Yeah, when the new players come when they drop a She-Hulk, when they drop a Winter Soldier, when they drop a whoever, those new players are gonna come. You know what I mean?
Very
and
much,
when they come, they have something to help guide them. And that's what this game is missing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I would like to see a tutorial part, like when you go and do each character's tutorial, I'd like for them to introduce status effects in the middle of that tutorial. So show them how those status works. So you run something like an Iron Man with plasma. He inherently gets plasma for whatever the tutorial is, and you show it spread. You say aim at this one thing, and then it hits them, and then it spreads, and you see that it spreads and it's doing dot damage. Like because that's really as content creators or as anybody who's trying to explain the game, how does battery effect work and how does plasma? Yeah, we've got videos and sort of stuff to show it, but it'd be really nice to have that somehow click for you in game too.
Yes, indeed. Final question of this segment, Mr. Fate. What's holding Marvel's Avengers back from being an S tier game? I love my questions.
Stability and time. Stability and time at this current moment. Stability, so that when you play the game, it doesn't get interrupted. Because I didn't realize how bad PlayStation players had it. I honestly didn't, until I started watching. Really, it wasn't until we did the races and I started seeing how often, because I feel like PlayStation has more bugs than PC, and can replicate them so much more. And then once that happens, I think with the current team that we have, that's at least again, I'm a looter person and I'm story driven. So I feel like Alex is solid where it's at, and the story team's never let me down. I think give him more time, which I really wish he would have had prior to the release of the game, but he wasn't on that team at the time. Give him more time, and the game is going to bring looter players back. Even if it's a light looter, but we do not have a lot of the hardcore looter players in this game that you see in like the Destinies and you see in the Lost Arks and the Diablos.
Yep. All right, good sir. Well, thank you for answering that question. That is a that was a weird question to ask, but I know your positivity and how you want. You remind me of myself. I just want to see the game win.
Yeah, it's a good question to ask, because it's really easy for the community to really pile on a lot of the faults that the game has, and again, I'm not saying that the game doesn't have faults, because I said there is a lot of faults the game have, but I try to put it in a perspective of developers. If they had a button that said my game is fixed and I'm going to push it right now, they'd do it. They'd do it in a heartbeat. And until talking to Alex, I didn't realize there were how much limitations he has on on the ways he can make characters work. That I was like, okay, now I'm starting to understand more of the pain they have when we give them these feedbacks. Because you heard when he said on your podcast of like, give me those ideas. They may not be valid because I can't make them work in this system, but give them to me, right?
Might be able to do something. So
yeah,
like
right.
the smoke arrow with Kate. You know what I mean? So y'all gave them that idea, and it's a thing. It's about to have status effects on it. I mean, just imagine a Kate arrow with shock status, dude.
Just imagine
smoke arrow with shock
cosmic
status.
And throwing that into in a group of enemies and just getting a whole bunch of healing, right? like
a sonic smoke arrow. My God, I quit. I'm done. Y'all can have the rest of this show. Actually, it's your section right now, Bloody. Let's run some promo and I will be gone. So yeah.
Over everything, so DSG, he rocking it. World domination, baby, ain't nobody topping that.
Hey guys, Queen here, and welcome to the DSG Super Weekends. Every weekend, come rock with the best. Fridays is the DSG Block Party, where you play with your favorite DSG members as you take on the toughest endgame content Marvel Avengers has to offer. Saturday, join Sadat the Gamer as he gives you what's what in Super News. And later that day, join DoomkillaHD and Slipshock as they give you the weekly wrap-up. Sunday, join us for Excelsior Now Podcast, where you don't ever want to miss Fire or Trash, hosted by Doom and Bloody. An action-packed weekend every weekend, so squad up and come along for the ride. This is your Doom Squad Gaming brand ambassador, Gamer Nerd Queen, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
You think it's a game if you want to, but homie, we ain't playing. Told you once, yeah, I didn't want you. DSG is the game.
Man, you gotta love the promos, man. Shout out to Gamer Nerd.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, you know this section is where I ask you some questions from the chat. I won't tell you if they're difficult. I won't tell you the intensity of them. I'm gonna just hit you with them and
give them to me.
Go from there, bro. So, speaking about, I'm assuming Marvel's Avengers. This one's from Sadat, the gamer. Shout out to him. I believe he's in the chat. What was your favorite patched exploit? And give us a reason why, please, for the chat purposes.
Patched exploit can include bugged items. Yeah.
Yes.
Nahandra's armor. 100% hands down. Nahandra's armor. I loved Pinga Black Panther to death. And I got that piece of armor day one and I abused the heck out of it. And I loved it. I felt so powerful as Black Panther, and I loved running around, dodging around, and just Pinga everything. It was, I loved it. I flipping loved that. Yes.
What about as of now? Do you still use it by any chance?
No, well, because it doesn't do the hidden like 3,000% damage. I don't use it now. No, I've got better stuff. I've made Black Panther more of a support character, anyways. A lot of my characters I go support. I try to, if I can make the character run support, I'll run it. My Iron Man support Iron Man. I've got to support Black Panther. I'm currently working on a little. I'm working on a support permanent invisibility Widow. Full auto Widow, and then my Kate's obviously a support. So
really,
yeah.
Wow. We'll talk a little bit more about that at after show.
my Kate's all there to always. I'm here to enhance the other players, which kind of runs in line with the content stuff, right? Like I enjoy helping people more, and if I can make other people feel like they shine better, I'm gonna jump on that.
I think I need to adopt that attitude. Not really, chat, but uh, next question. This one's from my man Casual Avenger. He said, if you had the power, what's one thing that you would have added to Marvel's Avengers? And perhaps give us a why on that question as well, too. What's one thing you would add?
I'm going to give you a real statement, a wishful statement. I'm going to give you three things, but the real, like being real, more developers that synergize with current vision would be, with the way the current vision is now, give them more developers. Like if I could do that right now, or if I could go back in time and give them more developers with their current vision, I would do that in a heartbeat. If I wanted to be hopeful and I was a developer and I could make this work, a way to reward people for doing all the objectives on a map instead of just rushing to an end, I think would be amazing. A way to make it worthwhile, whether that's through gear, through credits, through something that helps them go, yeah, we need to go do these things, and not let's just get to the end and just check this off. And then lastly, just so I'm asked to come back to this podcast, Doomkiller voicing Nick Fury.
Okay. That'd actually be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty cool. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get a call. Okay. Three. Wow. Okay. Okay. I can get that.
I know you wanted one, and I'll stick with the give them more developers as my top.
Okay, give more develop. Okay, I can dig that. Third one. This one's from cute little Chaos Kitty. I believe she's in the chat too. How did you get into content creation? What is the story behind your creation?
So 2015, February 2015, I think is when I officially started streaming, and I streamed from my Xbox on Crota raids on Destiny. Back then when Destiny 1 was out and everyone was like, how do I get a group together? And we all ran to people's Twitch streams and asked the Twitch people to carry us in Crota. And I was like, I want to do that too. I want to help carry people, or I want to be part of the carry team. So there's a gentleman I used to hang out with named Tricks with No Treats, which doesn't stream anymore, and Ooh a Piece of Candy, which I think is now like True Affinity, but he also doesn't do a whole lot of Destiny anymore. But back then he was like, they were growing, and we had a lot of fun just bouncing off of each other while also bringing people through Crota. And people asked why, like they want to see, because you used to multi-twitch, and multi-twitch actually counted when you multi-twitched for both people's streams, kind of like when Mixer did their co-op stuff, co-stream stuff. So I wanted to give them the perspective from my end, and I kind of sort of co-streamed with other people, and from there Overwatch released and I started streaming that, and it's just it became a hobby. I realized I don't quite have the catch-all personality to really blow up, and also I'm not putting in as much effort as like throwing out YouTube videos and TikToks nowadays. But back then I didn't have that quite personality to really take off, but I definitely enjoyed those people who wanted to come, which is why like I never try to like ever promote myself, because I want people to find me, and then if they enjoy me, stay kind of thing, then just throw myself out there and go, oh, please give me follows. I'd rather it just be more organic. And if I jive with that person who's watching me and they throw a follow because they want to come back, that means more to me than 200 people who click follow to get me to a partnership or whatever. So
sweet. That's a pretty good answer. I wouldn't expect it. All of that. This question here is going to be a little tough. Hope you're going to be ready for it. If you were to create future content for Marvel's Avengers, what would it be? How would you run it? And what would be the max difficulty on your content? And give us a why.
I would like to do a raid-like. I would like to see a raid-like mission in Hell's Kitchen where it's a gauntlet of enemies, where you eventually get up to Kingpin and have to stop him from doing something, or like you start off on the streets, you go to the sewers, you fight something in the sewers, and you kind of sort of just explore up until you get to the high rise, and you have to fight your way up a high rise, almost like I don't want to put the bad connotation, almost like a mini mega hive in a sense, where you got to go through a couple elevators to go up to the floor each. I wouldn't raise the power level cap. I'd keep the power level where it's at, but I think I had the most fun out of this raid when I was 160 doing the elite raid. I think that was the most fun prior to the armor nerf. I wasn't running a whole lot of armor, but I felt it was very balanced for me in what I was playing. So when I was going through, I wasn't getting totally abused by some of the enemies that I should just be totally knocking down, but it was still a challenge and I enjoyed the puzzles. But I'd like to see a cityscape mission, especially for like Spider-Man. Though I don't have Spider-Man on PC, I'd love to watch people swinging around on Spider-Man in a cityscape during a raid.
Nice. That's actually pretty good. I mean,
we have Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones' building is in the game under Enter the Avengers. Right when you spawn in, you look to the right, and Private Eye the investigations building's right there in the game. So there's an asset there that's kind of sort of already incorporating that sort of city street. So,
dude, wow, bro, that's like a seriously great idea. Wow,
that's off the cuff. That's yeah.
Wow,
I'm sure I can come up with some more better ones, but I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That's a pretty good one. And last one, I know. I think personally, I know you play Elden Ring. How many deaths have you suffered to become
lost
the
count.
How difficult was that track for some of the ones in our chat that play?
So,
what advice would you give them?
When you pick up Elden Ring, pick it. I was never a Dark Souls. Elden Ring's first Dark Souls like game that I have. So for anybody who's like coming from that perspective, when you pick up the game after watching it from everybody, you need to treat it as the enemy bosses as a puzzle, and not you don't have the skill if you can't beat this boss. Don't look at it that way. Look at it as like, this is a puzzle for you to solve. Because I played that whole game, even though I was level 201 by the end of it, and I did some farming. I played that whole game with no more than 20 vigor, and I did not add any extra health items to me. So I only ran 659 health. I was playing a caster the whole time, but I treated everything, even the bosses that were like almost guaranteed to hit you every time. There's going to be a way for you to figure out how to beat them, and you just got to figure out what that puzzle is. And just look at what you experience as a puzzle. And as with puzzles, I think I spent the last boss, because I just beat the last boss last night or this morning, but I spent 6 hours on the last boss total, 6 to 7 hours on the last boss total, trying to figure it out, because there's a lot of mechanics that if I get hit once, I'm guaranteed to get hit a second time, which was an instant kill. So I pretty much had to do the whole fight without ever getting hit, which is a really high bar to set for myself. But that was the way I wanted to play the game. But you can also just go farm. Unlike Dark Souls, they don't force you into having to do this to progress. Just go farm, level yourself up, make things a little bit easier for yourself, and then go back in and fight it. Find talismans, there's other little things that you can add to yourself. So
wow. You're a great Marvel's Avengers player, and you're an Elden Lord. Wow.
I'm probably not going to pick it up for a while. I'm Elden Ringed out at this point. I'm actually leave you. I'm ready. I need to get some raids back under me and play a little bit more Marvel. But Tiny Tina's comes out this week, so I got that coming.
Bro. It's going down, bro. Okay. Let's get a little bit of spring hype in the chat. She's gonna run a little bit of fire or trash promo. Tell you where they get shirts like these: Excelsior Now t-shirts, fire or trash, DSG. You know what? Just listen to Spring real quick. Then we gonna come back and we gonna play a little bit of Would You Rather. Y'all know how this goes.
Let's go.
Fire or trash, the only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, the only thing you can answer to the
Hey guys, it's Spring. Sit back and relax, you are now rocking with the best. So why don't you look your best by rocking our very own Fire Trash t-shirt? Where to get it, you might ask? Go to financialfelons.com and use code DOOM for 15% off. Support your favorite team and look fly doing it. Take a picture in your shirt and send it to us at DoomSquad_DSG on Twitter, and we will be sure to shout you out. I'll be looking forward to seeing your swag. Don't forget, use code DOOM at checkout for your 15% off. See you soon, and let the good times roll.
Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or
Fire.
No trash. All right, boss. It's a little bit of fun game that we've all played as kids that I kind of put a bit of a twist on and made a hot seat question, and I kind of, you know how this goes, man. You've seen the show.
Yeah.
So, would you rather FateWalker edition is Marvel movies, the MCU, my good sir?
Oof.
Okay.
But the question I have to ask everybody who sits in the hot seat: Toby or Andrew?
Toby.
So Dr. Gamer.
Yes.
Toby,
I can explain myself if I
baby.
need to, but Toby.
I don't need you to explain that. You said the right thing, sir. I don't need you to explain nothing. We good. You can explain it if you like to, though.
Yeah, we got some people in there that think otherwise. So
Because if I explain it, Sadat's just gonna write me off as I don't count. So I'm just gonna let you know right now. If I explain it, Sadat's and you try to put me over Sadat's head, he's gonna tell you, well, he's never seen the.
No, we good, because we good. We gonna keep this Toby win. And
Okay.
leave it at that. All right. Marvel movies, you ready, good sir?
Yeah.
Captain Marvel or Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Captain Marvel.
Civil War or The Winter Soldier?
Civil War.
Thor: The Dark World or Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3.
Shang-Chi or Doctor Strange?
Shang-Chi.
I wasn't expecting that.
Ragnarok or Guardians 2?
Ragnarok.
Eternals or Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron.
Black Widow or The Incredible Hulk?
Black Widow.
Avengers 2012 or Endgame?
Avengers 2012.
Oh, that's crazy. Spider-Man No Way Home or Avengers Infinity War?
Infinity War.
Bob Duck and Weave or DGDD?
Bob Duck and Weave.
Suki or Bloody Reckless for his K players?
Oh, he's never seen me play though. Oh God.
He's seen you play. He's
Suki.
watched it. Oh!
This is coming from someone who's already said that Bloody Reckless is a better Kate than I am. So
Bro.
I'm gonna see you, Elizabeth.
He said it with a straight face.
Oh, that hurts, man.
See, I knew the Bob Duck and Weave question wasn't going to be a gotcha question because I was like, okay, Bob just picked him, so he's going to definitely pick Bob back. I was like, okay, let me come with some fire for real. And you just destroyed my poor co-host. Look, he's disappeared.
Nah, I didn't destroy him.
No, he's disappeared. He's gone.
He knows I still have nothing but love for him, so it's all good. You can't when you tell someone to pick the best of the best, no matter who you pick, it's gonna be the best.
You can't soften that blow, Fate. It don't work like that.
I'm gonna train in the hard room after this.
That was fire. Oh God.
Thanks,
Oh God.
You're welcome.
Oh crap. Oh gosh. Queen height. Let's go.
Hey, family over everything, so DSG, he rocking it. World domination, baby, ain't nobody topping that.
Hey guys, Queen here, and welcome to the all-new, different DSG Block Party. Every Friday night, come rock with the best. Different games each Friday night, from Avengers to Destiny to Among Us and more. Join your favorite team playing some of the hottest games out there. So squad up with the DSG Block Party. This is your Doom Squad gaming brand ambassador, Gamer Nerd Queen, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
Man, that was good.
Let the good times roll.
That was good, bro. God. Oh, you got my stomach hurting, Fate.
You're welcome. Hey, if you're laughing, it's good.
Maybe you're right, bro. I'm going to train after this. Well, Super Saiyan. It's not even in the game.
Guys, I need y'all to give me some questions. This is time for questions from the chat. We normally just do channel members and moderators only, but it's free for all today. I'm in a good mood right now, so you know what? Ask away. We got 5 questions from the chat that we're gonna take. So ask this man right now. Anything you'd like to ask him. Let's go. Oh gosh. Ooh, shout y'all. Oh god, I don't even know. Let's run some promo while they get their questions ready. I know we just ran promo, but let's let them get some time to get some questions going, guys. Check the link in the description.
Do you like Marvel gear? Check the link in the description and use code DOOM for awesome discounts. From 20 to 60% off, use code DOOM for the coolest Marvel apparel from hoodies to sweats.
Okay.
So we got some questions.
Yes, we do. That was fast. They came through real quick. Who do you main in Overwatch, good sir?
Much like Avengers, I don't really have a main. Before Hook 2.0, I did Roadhog. Divas tends to be a really good go-to for me. I love Mercy. I love playing a healer as because I love support. And then I think the funnest character, like when I'm like, you know what, I just want to go have fun and mess with people, Torbjorn, because I love putting my turrets in places that people do not expect.
Okay. I don't think this is a question he can answer, but we'll just change the wording up a little bit. Do you think we're getting more raids this year?
God, I hope so. I wish I knew. I wish I knew, and I wish I could say if I did know. I hope so, but again, I would rather if they said, look, if you have a choice of whether or not the game's going to be 100% stable, or we release a new raid, I'm gonna follow stable every time.
Can you play with Xbox players? Do you have the Game Pass version on PC?
I do not have the Game Pass version, but I tend to. It would be really hard for me to pick up a second one. I know plenty of people who have. I respect those that play multiple. I mean, I have the Earth's Mightiest Edition on PlayStation and the PlayStation 4, and I haven't picked it up on PlayStation. Though that became another I have another reason that I'm not playing it on PlayStation, but I have the option. I have the game, but I just haven't picked it up there. If the game became more stable, I could possibly see myself picking it up on Xbox.
Hey.
Okay. What Echo hero would you want to see in Marvel's Avengers?
Hold on. If the game allowed cross save, 100% would be on Xbox and would play with you. Let me put that out there. All right. Echo character, Riri. I'd love to see another Iron Man. Echo.
That would be cool. Who is your favorite hero in DC and Marvel?
And why?
I guess that's 2 questions.
Marvel's Gambit.
Pablo, hold on one sec. Pablo, where the hell you been at, dude? We ain't seen you in forever, bro. And you gonna come in and sneak 2 questions in there once. Man, what's good with it? Anyway.
In Mexico.
Go ahead, Pablo.
Oh, actually, childhood me wants to yell Gambit, but adult me wants to yell Jubilee. Jubilee is super duper powerful. But I love me some Gambit. Give me a guy who can throw around, cards in any. I love the thought of like just cards, throwing them. Like when the Arcanist comes out in Lost Ark, I'm gonna be playing the heck out of that there too, because I just love throwing cards thing. Outside of the fact that Gambit's from one of the most amazing places to party. So
he's from us. City.
Yes, sir.
Anyways,
DC. I mean, I hate to say I don't do a whole lot of DC, so I'm gonna put people down. It's gonna be Batman.
Yes.
It's gonna be Batman.
Like I'm about to tell you, you just made Bloody's night, boss.
Good. I hope that makes up for the other statement.
Yes.
No backtracking. No backtracking. Last question from this segment. Actually, we'll take one more because I gotta ask. I gotta get my people 30 and still gaming. He does not have a lot of time to come through, and he's come through tonight, so we gotta do that real quick. But we'll ask one question from Suki, which is, what is one K trick you don't see many people use at all, or people may not even know of?
I can answer that question.
The decoy teleport.
Yes.
I use it.
Yes.
People up until the raid. Like honestly, it wasn't until Otis told me about it after a couple raids that I realized how, like, he was like, you can teleport to your decoy, and it's like from anywhere, and I was like, hold on, let me calculate that what I could use that in, and then all of a sudden all the raid stuff came out. And I was like, oh, we could teleport with buff, and you keep the buff, and then you can also teleport back. So I now use it for anybody who's playing Kate. I now use it on the echo wall. I put my decoy down, run over to the bubble, and the second the bubble's off, I teleport back to my spot and start.
Wow.
Oh, right? I was thinking, you could do that.
That's tight.
Also, when I want to go res someone that dies anywhere, and I have to hold a point, I put it down there, I go res them, and I teleport right back to my point. You can also, I haven't figured out how this breaks the game yet, but you can also put your decoy down outside, go into the back room on the claw raid, and teleport back, but you lose the buff. So the second I can figure out how to maintain that buff,
they switched that around. They didn't always used to be that, because I watched somebody stream, went into the back room, teleport back out, and was helping in the fight against Claw. I was like, what? 4 against, and it was just murk too. It was a beautiful thing.
You can also do that in the room right before you go into Claw. You can put your decoy down, start the Claw fight, and then teleport back to the room. It's not going to do anything for you because you're going to be stuck in a room that you can't get out of, but you can do it. Sorry. Okay.
It also works good in the room with all of the decayed vibranium, the Shiri room or whatnot. It works really good in there too. So
that's the number one place. If you don't know how to use that there, that's where you use it.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that answer.
Yeah, I assumed that's where everybody already knew where it's from, because that's probably where it's the most powerful. Especially like to shave off time during that part of the fight. If you really want to shave it off, you put your decoy down, you get to one of the edges, you see where the buff's at, and you warp arrow to it.
Oh,
right. You warp arrow to it because that's huge, crazy traversal. Grab the buff, and then just teleport back, and you have the full buff time.
That's so much.
Oh
time.
my god, so much time.
Okay,
actually, you can also tell, and if you really want to shave time off, once you get through the door, your other players get into the position of where your decoy's at. So the second you teleport back, they have the buff. So the door shuts. If you the downside to that is if you fail at doing any of those things, you guys pretty much lose that whole round of shifting because they have to go reopen the door for you. But if you do it right, shave some super time off on that part.
A lot of time.
Absolutely.
Last question in this segment.
That's a good one.
From 30 and Still Gaming. Once the Hogwarts Legacy game comes out, are you going to play anything else?
Yes, I probably will not be picking up that game. It is currently not on my list of games to play. I've already got a ton of games on my list and a ton of games on my back burner. I think the combat looks really good in it so far, but I thought Godfall's combat looked really good too, and we saw where that went. So we'll have to see. And it's Warner Brothers, and I can't think of the last Warner Brothers game I've been like, yeah, it was great. So I'm definitely probably not pre-ordering it, and I'm probably not going to be picking it up for a while.
Gotcha. Makes sense to me. Sounds good to me.
That sounds
good. Well,
good.
guys, you know what time it is. You've got 30 seconds to share this video. You can share it with somebody you like. You can share it with somebody you don't like. You can share it with somebody who kind of thick. You can share it with somebody who kind of skinny. It don't matter. Just share this dang on video right about now.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy DoomkillaHD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And welcome to another segment of Fire or Trash, where we take your favorite YouTube or Twitch streamer, content creator, and ask them a series of questions really fast. The only thing they can answer is fire or trash. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or is it trash? Fire or trash?
Oh, let's go, baby.
Hey, Mr. FateWalker, why don't you come sit up here with me for a minute, bro? Just come sit next to you, boy.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, right here. Just sit right here.
Yeah,
Right here?
that's
Little
good.
little spot on your leg for me. Thank you.
Man. Sir, this is the segment where we take our favorite community members, Twitch streamers, YouTubers, with the addition of Paul Tazzy, journalists, with the addition of AJ, Alex, and Brian, developers, and with the addition of Mr. Sean Shiplock, even voice actors, bro. So this segment, we like to ask you spitfire questions, and the only thing that you can answer is fire or trash. There's no in between. There's no lukewarm. There's only fire or trash. Are you ready? Are you ready? And are you ready, good sir?
No, are you ready, sir?
I don't know if you're ready, bro, because I've had a lot of losing going on in fire or trash. Like, I've been losing a lot lately. I don't think I've won in months.
All
I'm ready
you
to
want
win
is me to
today.
answer one or two things, and I will not even explain myself. I will just do as you asked.
All right.
Like the song.
Spinach casserole.
Fire.
Metallica.
Fire.
Hey.
Chloe Bennett.
Fire.
Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Hey.
Fire.
Hey.
Nintendo Classic Entertainment System.
Fire.
Fansly Adult Website.
Fire.
80s cartoon Thundercats.
Fire.
Thunder.
Taskmaster.
Fire.
Justin Bieber.
Fire.
Oh.
Justin Timberlake.
Fire.
Janet Jackson.
Fire.
The two-handed gawk gawk gawk.
Trash.
Oh,
Fire.
No. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh bro. Oh man.
Hey, Fade, how you doing, sir? Welcome to
Super
the show.
fantastic.
Good to hear, brother.
Some would say fire.
Oh God. Oh God.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm ready.
Oh God. Oh, my stomach, bro. I can't with y'all kids on the show these days, man. The internet is just
Oh
too
man,
much.
dude, I think you're so far, bro. You've been undefeated the past 3.
Oh my God. gosh. God. I don't even know where these questions come from, bro. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
No need to apologize. Yeah. Hey, got you laughing. That's all that mattered.
Oh, God. I'm reading the chat right now, bro.
Hopefully, the community clipped it and it gets them laughing.
Oh, God.
And then it goes viral and it makes your podcast even more amazing than it already is.
Oh, my God.
Oh. That's so positive. I don't know how to respond.
I don't even know if we have any more promo left right now, dude. Like, I need a break. Spring hype in the chat.
Hey guys, it's Spring, and I've got a question. Do you want to rock with the best? Well, here's how. Hulk smash that join button and become a member of the squad. Members help propel the Doom Squad forward in this process of content creation, live streams, watch parties, community nights, and giveaways. If you're wondering, well, what do I get for helping out DSG? Here's the cool part. Channel members get access to the members-only section of the Doom Squad Gaming Discord, where you get access to playtime with all the members, early access with no ads to Doomkilla's builds, news, and first impression videos, priority replies during live streams, Excelsior Now Podcast, the weekly wrap-up, and all live reaction events. One of the coolest benefits to becoming a member is the members-only giveaways. Get access to Marvel's Avengers credits, DSG gear, PlayStation and Xbox gift cards, and more. Join the channel now and become a member of the squad. This is Perry, your Doom Squad Gaming brand ambassador, and as Doom would say, let the good times roll.
It's time for a vibe session, bro. We need to just chill. We need to just relax for a little bit. We've been having too much fun on the show today. You vibing, Fate? You chilling?
I'm vibing. I'm vibing.
Good to hear. You vibing, Bloody?
All day.
God.
Did my voice change to any of that?
I don't even know, bro. I can't right now, dude. I'm trying my hardest to stop laughing, dude. But I mean, these comments, they're killing me right now. I'm trying to just vibe. I'm just trying to vibe, Fate. Okay, bro. What kind of music do you listen to, like, before before you come on a podcast and you've got like 30 minutes and you're not talking about Dungeons and Dragons with your homies and giving me heart attacks, getting me scared, thinking you're not going to show up? What kind of music are you listening
I'm
to,
so
bro?
Sorry. Right now, to get pumped for Elden Ring, I always listen to different music depending on what I'm going to play to kind of get my head into that mindset. So before streaming, I played Against the Current, Legends Never Die.
Hey,
the League of Legends song. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. If I wanna like I play I love any I really, my emotions get pulled from beats and songs. So if it's a really sad song, my emotions just pull to it, right? And which is why, like you, I'm super diverse in all the songs I listen to. If I'm angry at the world and the way life is, Eminem and Tupac and great, and like I listen to them. If I want to be, self-reflective but still kind of sort of empowered, I get your Linkin Park, your Skillets, your
Linkin Park. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
So underrated.
When I want to talk to my wife, I always listen to K-pop before that starts because she's on a BTS fix.
I'm gonna write that down.
Said that.
I'm gonna write that down.
She literally just said that. I'm actually learning. I don't know any words. Don't ask me. Okay, I know 2 words, but I don't know why it starts you off with those 2 words. But I'm starting to learn Korean with my wife off of Duolingo. So yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I love all genres. I'll listen to country, rap, opera.
Yeah, same.
Walk Off the Earth is an amazing group that I love listening to. Because they're unique, kind of up there with Pentatonics. If you guys have never listened to Pentatonics, there's so many. I could name so many different groups. But
same,
Evanescence,
dude.
like Evanescence. If I'm ever feeling down, broken, Seether Evanescence, all day, every day.
Don't get me started on Evanescence. Fake, man. Let me start. I don't know how to sing. I mean, so. I don't got my auto. I don't have my auto tune connected. I don't have it. I don't have it. Fake. Don't get me started, sir. Who, sir? One person in your life that you would say is your biggest inspiration.
right now, today, my biggest inspiration that I pull from is a fellow streamer that I got into streaming that has he really helped me shape the way I treat streaming and moreover treat everybody around me. Is my buddy Professor Panda. And that's who I'll end up shouting out at the end stream too, but he finds a way to make everything, like watching him play through Elden Ring and like the way he just turns everything into just like, oh, this is just a happy-go-lucky game and doesn't rage. Like I used to have some pretty crazy rage stuff. If I'd played Elden Ring before I met Panda, I'd curse. You guys heard it a little bit last night. I was cursing up storms last night. I was like, how the is he doing that? Like, I was just, why? How am I supposed to get around this? Like I was all over the place. But he's really centered me and brought me down to earth and shown me even more the power of positivity in his role. And he is probably my biggest influence right now. Before that, it was Robin Williams all day, every day, because it's all about making people laugh. And I think that is one of the greatest cures we have in life is to laugh. Through the sadness, through the happy times, learning to laugh and learning to really embrace laughter is huge. So those, I know you wanted one. I gave you two. I made Fire and Trash work correctly. I'm gonna break some other rules.
No worries, my dude. $1,000 on me. I give you $1,000. Describe the perfect date with the wife, bro.
That was gonna be my question, man. Hey, Connor.
I would rent out the cabin where we got married again. On
super fire
in the winter while it's snowing, because there's a hot tub outside, and I think in a hot tub while it's snowing is amazing. Getting out of the hot tub sucks, but while it's raining, hot tub in the winter I think is an amazing thing to have. And just watching the snow blanket in the middle of the woods, and then I would probably order for anybody who's in Georgia, I'd try to find some way to get Bangkok Cabins Thai food from Kennesaw, Georgia up there. That'd be amazing. That or we'd go on a cruise. One of those two things would happen.
Okay. What superpower would you want if you could only pick one superpower to have?
Invisibility.
You gotta give me a why on that one.
Wow.
I would like to help things happen for people without realizing that I had a hand in helping them, and I'd like for their day to be better.
Look at you, dude. You're an awesome dude all the way around.
I don't need. I'm humbled by the credit. I'm humbled that people appreciate me helping them, but I am there. They are helping me feel better every day because I got to help them, and it made them better.
Awesome sauce. Okay. Boys trip. Location and who's going? It could be gamer buddies.
Everybody, and Vegas Sevens. If Vegas Sevens were ever to come back to Vegas, I know they're in LA right now, but if they ever go back to Vegas Sevens, because we can stop off at the slot machines and play around, you know, the main street there, and then we'll go watch some freaking Sevens rugby. If there's any sport out there that I could tell people to go to and watch, 15s are okay, but rugby sevens is probably the most high intense, powerful. No one's gonna have a concussion most likely from watching it game out there. I love me some rugby sevens, and Carlin Isles is fire. Like and Perry Baker, both those two guys are so talented, and I'm watching them. I'm so happy they represent the USA. Their skills are incredible. Watching them break out, think of rugby sevens as football with intensity of the intensity and fast plays of basketball, right? Like if you enjoy your football, like the field is a football field, but it's as intense as basketball in how quick the game is. So if you have ADD like me, it's fun to watch.
Actually, so
yeah, everybody gets to get introduced into rugby sevens at Vegas. All the boys, everybody's welcome, but we'll take all the boys if I can only have boys, and you guys will get to see like the fan base there too. It's not like the toxicity of a lot of the fan bases that you have in the other sports either. We're there to celebrate the sport. Team is second. Sport is first.
That's dope.
And watching, we had Canadians sitting in front of us. Canada kicked our butt that year, 2017, when we went, and they turned around and bought us all beers. And they said,
well, Canadians
you guys
are like
great.
the nicest people on the planet, so
That's
that don't really count, man.
And then she started talking about it, but then all watching over across the bleachers in Fiji and South Africa, inviting everybody in. They were just having a party. Like there is a party somewhere in the stands, and it's probably South Africa and Fiji because they are going crazy. And and you can just walk over there and they'll just come on, let's go the party, and everybody's jumping up and down. That is an experience in itself. I love it.
Bloody, you have any you have one or two questions for him in this vibe session, bro?
Of course. FateWalker, many of us know you. Some of us are getting to know you through this podcast. Perhaps maybe you can inform the chat, or if you want to. What's something that not many people really know about FateWalker?
I'll give you two things.
What he stands for.
Oh, what he stands for. Okay, sorry. I thought you wanted to just know something random.
Either one.
I'll give you two things that you won't know by watching me, but can know and can ask me about if you run into this, because this is before COVID. I have alopecia. I don't have any eyebrows. And my hair is, you can't practically see it. And I have amnesia. I don't have a sense of smell. I can't smell anything.
Wow. Can you taste stuff then?
So that's funny because that's the first question everybody asks. You can still taste, but it's very dull, and there's some things that were very like subtle tastes. You don't get that anymore, which is I loved cooking and I loved making flavor, and I was a huge fan of MasterChef, and I thought, I was like, you know what, if I wanted to pick up another hobby outside of cooking, I'd go do that. And then about 5 years ago, I lost my sense of smell, and the medical area of amnesia, they classified it as infantile, that there's so much that's not known about it and what triggers it that I'm probably going to live the rest of my life without being able to smell. Advantage is A, my dogs fart, I can't smell it. B, I go to Disney and I don't have to worry about the smellerizers telling me to try to go buy cookies because I can't smell that either. So, but there is stuff to watch out for, like fires. Like I can't smell if my car is burning. I can't smell if my house is burning.
Damn.
But
that sucks, yo.
There's some advantage. You gotta find the funny thing. So that's why I mentioned like my dog's farting, because that's always makes people laugh. And then, it does help with losing weight too, because I've lost since this time last year. I've lost about 100 pounds because if you can't taste it, you lose a lot of that sense of
I gotta have it because I smell it pretty much.
Yeah, and that craving. Like cake doesn't taste like cake to me anymore, right? Buttercream Publix cakes, I don't get that from anymore because I don't have that sense of smell of the buttercream. Or cookies really don't have that intensity for me either. Also why I can start drinking my coffee a little bit more black, so less creamer.
That's actually does have some nice advantages to it, man.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good.
Worst comes to worst, if I lose my job, I can become a garbage man and not really have to worry about it.
And not trip at all. Your wife would hate you, but yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
One more from you, Bloody.
Yeah, man. And as in terms of content creation, where do you see yourself, or where would you like to see yourself in the next 5 years? Or where would you like to see the gaming industry as a whole, PC, platform, all of that? Where would you like to see it in 5 years? What's your projection? What would you like to see as a whole?
I would like to see, I guess a little bit more. I'd like to see us make leaps and bounds with the DMCA stuff, so that people can start coming in because I think music really expresses a lot of people's personality, and we've been so limited. Though there are people out there that are making their own copy DMCA free music, and I very much back them, and I'm like huge backing them. I've got 2 people I always listen to all the time, and I hope that takes off. But I'd like to see more stuff in that more mainstream genre of music that we like to listen to. I'd like to see that eventually get taken care of in 5 years, and then people can then it's really a place that people just express themselves while gaming or IRL. It's really, I really want it to be more social than it is, if it can be, whether through AR. I'd love to see AR take off and have people with you while you're walking. I'd love to see mobile and vlogs be a little bit more accessible to smaller streamers. Without the worry. I used to do a thing called Disney Days, where I'd go and I would because I have a season pass to Disney because I live in Florida and I'm like 30 minutes away, so I just go there anytime I have just a crappy day with customers. I go there. You can't ever have a crappy day when you end it with fireworks, and Disney always has fireworks. And I was like, you know what, I'll bring that to streaming. And I did that for a while, but I'm also worried that Disney will DMCA me because it is their music. And I've reached out to them to give me permissions, but no one's ever reached back. Who's this guy, you know? Right. But I'd love it. It's also hard to do because just internet connection and all that other stuff. I'd like that to be more accessible for me to do, but I'd love it to be more social. I'd love to see more social gatherings where this stuff is almost as common as Facebook. You know, do you game? What are you doing? Can we hang out virtually? Sure, you know, and you guys meet up virtually in a place. Not quite like Meta, because I think that's a little bit too much. I want it to be more free in that sense. I mean, but something along those lines. I'd like to see it kind of sort of take off in that area.
Okay,
sounds good to me.
And that's actually
Mr.
possible.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
That's pretty possible too. I mean, think of how far we are now.
Well, I think FateWalker, this is the section. Well, we literally threw you to the wolves by yourself, man. I'm sorry to have to do this to you.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Not really sorry at all. Cause we do it to everybody, but have fun, bro. There's a little bit of rock music.
Can we just chat? Me and you. We're just gonna vibe to this. Just hi. You guys are all amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Doomkiller, you're an inspirational person. Keep being you, man. Keep being you, Bloody. Keep supporting them. Keep doing you. I love this podcast. I love everything that it does. Avengers community. Even those that are very emotional in their stuff. You guys are amazing. Don't ever change these, and if you do, make sure you're changing because of yourself and for yourself. Thank you guys for having me on here. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. I'll definitely come back. Yeah, and support each other. I'm finding more fulfillment in helping everybody else out where I can. And if you have questions and you need help or anything, my DMs are always open, and you can always drop by me on chat at any time that I'm around. Definitely down for talking. And I am not a lore person. I dabble in lore. There are more people better out there than I am. I am not the Decker Kane, and I am not the #1 Kate. There are many more people out there. I just like to do a lot of things. And Kate just happened to be my flavor for the raid.
Hey.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, you're getting some love out here in the chat, boss. So seriously, man.
I didn't even see that Suki said the Decker Kane thing. I just knew it was coming. I just saw it showed up in the chat. Asgard would be really great. And talking about the smoke arrow, something else I forgot to mention. It would be really great if any enemies in the smoke are automatically critted by melee.
Oh, it's kind of like that now, isn't it?
Crit.
Kind of. I mean,
Any melee, any character's melee hit for an enemy in the smoke is an automatic crit.
That's fire.
Or finally the ability that melee can get, like automatic weak point crit. Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to destroy them. You just, I hear you.
I'm trying to bring it up. We all know where melee's at right now. I'm trying to bring it up.
It is.
Like the
Yes,
fact
it
that
is.
that range can crit and headshot crit and weak point crit and then battery damage. I'd love to see that in melee.
It would be fun. It really would. It really would. Well, Mr. FateWalker, this is literally my personal favorite part of the show. And it's the part where we put someone on the map, where we take a smaller content creator, a friend, anybody who's doing something good that needs a little bit of light shine on them. We like to put them on the map. So would you go? Well, I think you already have your person already, right?
I'm gonna. Yep. It's Professor Panda. If you're ever having a crappy day, if you're having a good day, but more often, if you're just having I need to forget what's going on around me right now, and I just need positivity. And if Panda is streaming, he will give it to you. He's a variety streamer. He'll be streaming plenty of different games, but he will give it to you. You can even go in and say, "Look," he'll say hi to you, and you go, "I'm having a bad day," and he'll give you a virtual Papa Panda hug. That he has so much positivity that I don't know if the world can take enough from him. Because he just that's his essence. Honestly, it's a superpower. I don't even think he tries at this point. I don't know how he does it, because I have bad days, and even his bad days are still stupidly positive. Like that, Professor Panda, stupidly positive.
Stupidly positive. I like it. Bloody Reckless, go ahead and put someone on the map. Good sir.
Oh man, wow, man, so many people. Oh. So many people. Shout out Suki. Shout out Suki. I had the opportunity to we did a 4K raid earlier today, and that was amazing. That was amazing. She's an awesome player, awesome content creator, and if you don't know who she is, she's in the chat. She's very friendly, and please follow her content.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also a member of DSG Pink. Don't forget that. That's your teammate, good sir. The person I want to put on the map is none other than Brock Solid, a.k.a. Pro Logos. The man has us looking fresh every time we need something done, without hesitation, without bickering. He just gets it done, makes it look really, really, really good. So shout out to my dude Pro Logos, aka Brock Solid. Alien Kitty, Sooks, anybody can put him in the chat for me so people can know where to get their good looking art from. You know, he designed all of these things, all of this stuff that you see us rocking and wearing and all of that. That's Pro Logos design. So definitely check out our guy, man. He's awesome cat. And this is the end of the show. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here, Bloody Blood?
Man, Chad, again, it's another nice one. Another one in the bag. Let's see, which one are we on? What, 26?
4. This is 24. 25th episode next week. We got the Super Summit, baby. We got the Super Summit coming, son. We got AJ, we got Alex, we got Sadat the Gamer, we've got Alien Father, we got Cute Little Chaos Kitty, and we've got yourself, myself, and High Ruler. So it's going down next week right here on Excelsior Now Podcast. It's going to be our biggest podcast ever. When the devs meet the top creators in the community, as far as females are concerned, as far as males are concerned, we're gonna all come together and we're gonna all have a powwow, and it's gonna be crazy.
Love it. Can't wait. That's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be in the audience. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna be.
Fate is like, I'm in.
I'm in. I'm sold. I'm sold. I was sold yesterday at this point.
Oh God. Yes, indeed. Well, with all that said, again, Fate, you were an awesome guest, dude. This was a really, really fun time. Thank you for coming through. You're welcome to stop by at a wrap up anytime you like.
Anytime.
Woo. Man, anyways, with all that said, laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. Peace out, people.
Excelsior Now Podcast.
Hey, go! Oh.